1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. Yep, there we go.
Florence.
Florence.
Did you meet her on Hinge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we told everyone we met in a bookshop. That's the story we're going with.
Yeah. You're telling other people already. Nice. Yeah. But why is that an embarrassing thing? I don't get it. Like now it's way more likely you're gonna meet people online now. You know what I'm saying? I don't get why everyone's like, oh no, we need to make up a story. So
I think
brother, in like 10 years from now, I think the probability of people, 40% of relationships start online now. And 10 years from now, it's gonna be like a good 60%.
It's gonna be a higher number. You know what? Yeah. As much as I hear it, I think it is a lot of people see it as a sign that you don't know how to socialize. Because like a lot of people feel like online, why can't you just chat to a girl outside?
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can't chat to a girl on the street. But
the truth is, these times I live in fucking Scunthorpe. Yeah. When am I gonna meet anybody if my soulmate's in Manchester? What am I meant to do about that, bro? You feel me? Bro, one of my closest boys got married to somebody they met on Hinge. Married. And these times, they have different social universes, they live in different cities, they were never gonna meet, bro. It was impossible. They have no friends in common, you know what I'm saying? But that's your soulmate. Like, they've increased your dating pool exponentially.
How would your mother feel if she found out that the wife you're bringing home?
I mean, my mother was born in Sudan in the 60s. She's not gonna feel too optimistic about that. But it's inevitable with each generation.
There'll be friction about the next
Exactly.
generation.
So that's inevitable friction, isn't it?
Yeah.
But these times, it's just statistic. It's just, bro, by sheer statistic, it's just more optimal.
I guess that's why a lot of people are iffy about saying that they met their partner online, because at the end of the day, we're still in that generation where we still are holding on to the expectations of pre-internet life.
Yeah, for real.
Which, to be honest, for our kids and our grandkids, that's just not gonna be a thing.
Yeah, for
You know what I mean? That's just not gonna be a thing. Like for our great grandkids, the concept of no internet is probably gonna be like the concept of no electricity.
For real. Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For our kids, the concept of no internet is going to be no electricity.
It's going to be like...
no water, bruv.
What do you mean no internet?
Yeah, what
are you doing? Just looking at the sky? That's how they're going to perceive it. So like, I guess, but would I look at my brethren sideways if he wifed a girl off Hinge? I wouldn't look at my brethren sideways for him. But would I understand why he's a bit iffy about saying it? 100%.
I understand, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 110%. Shit, I would feel weird saying that the girl I'm in love with, I met off an app built for love. It's like, so if this one guy didn't make this app for linking people, I would have had no chance. It almost feels like you're trying to tell me that if there was no internet, I couldn't get no hoes.
Yeah. It drastically expands your choices.
Of course, it opens up your pool.
By a factor of a good 15 times.
But is there such a thing as too much choice?
That's a
brilliant
question.
A lot of people say.
It's a brilliant question.
I always throw in the thing of like, if I was born in a village with 6 gal, no internet, in 1700s, the prettiest girl to me would be the Badina down the street.
For real.
But if we got that Badina down the street and just dropped her in the internet age, she goes from being a 9 to being a 6. Just statistically.
A century ago, this idea of true love, finding the one soulmate, these weren't either recognized terms.
No.
It was, you get to a certain age, oh, I need to procreate now. Who's trying to fuck? Who's trying to start this family? End of.
And for a lot of people, it's a business thing as well.
Exactly. It's not like there's not that much romance connotated to it.
Yeah.
That's why arranged marriages work. It's like, okay, cool, here, you can start hanging with this person.
You better make it work.
If you don't get along with them, that works calm. You can stick it through. Eventually, humans are malleable. You'll find a way to get along. You know what I'm saying? So now, the option, when we drastically increase our options, this idea of true love, it has much more of an impact. Like, oh no, I don't feel like this, or I don't feel like, all this pragmatism is kind of lost in that. So once you widen the dating pool, that's another problem introduced.
So to you, to wrap this up, does online dating work?
I think so.
Is it a net positive or a net negative?
On a 0 to 10, I would probably say what 0 is abominable, and 10 is utopia. I would probably say 7 maybe. Going up, the only reason why it's quite low is because right now the way in which people use dating apps is like pretty
I would
terrible.
I'd say 4.
You see, yeah, really?
I'd say 4.
Yeah.
I think abundance of choice, convenience, has messed up every faction of our generation.
Actually, yeah.
So I feel like if I didn't have, if Instagram didn't exist and Hinge didn't exist, I probably would be more inclined to stick with the one person I get. Because the automatic assumption would be, there is nothing else.
Yeah.
Because I just wouldn't know much else.
And ignorance is bliss.
You know what I'm saying?
Ignorance is bliss. Yeah.
But
Can you have a type in dating?
do I have a type?
Can you? Should you have a type? Can you have a type?
I don't think you should. I think types are ruining love in our generation, to be totally honest with you.
In what sense?
I think it creates a level of respect. You don't know what's good for you. Objectively speaking.
Objectively speaking.
Do you know what I mean? Nobody knows what's good for them.
You don't know yet.
Like the woman who's probably, like the woman who could probably have the most net positive in my life could be a white girl from Scunthorpe.
We keep on going to Scunthorpe. I love it.
No, it's just a random place. Like from Scunthorpe called Molly, who drinks tea and watches EastEnders, but has a certain type of brain that deals with mine. But because I have convinced myself that like, man can't do that.
Yeah.
I've placed myself in a box.
Yeah,
I've almost eliminated.
Love how you have that metacognition.
I am aware of the fact that I've probably ended up cutting out a lot of good out of some kind of abstract desire to want to present a certain image, which is the black man who dates black women. Do you know what I mean?
Amazing.
Yeah, that's probably why.
We love to know where younger than you were, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Do what about you? What do you think?
You kind of hit the nail on the head for me. Yeah. But I've realized, once again, it's all about statistical inference. Yeah. Right? I've realized I've spoken to a lot of women, and over time you see trends, innit? You see trends, you see figures. Now I'm not eliminating the fact that maybe my soulmate might be in Horsham sipping tea, watching
Global Box.
Exactly, bro. It's not. I've not annihilated that possibility. I'm still open to it. Yeah. I'm always gonna have my options open. You know what I mean?
See, I'm not open to it because I think about how it would work with the people I care about.
Okay.
How would my mother deal with me bringing money home?
Fundamentally, though. So, okay, you have these two components. There's your satisfaction and your family satisfaction. Now, which obviously it's quite obvious which one's more important in the long run. Secondly, if you're...
What is more important? It's not obvious.
It's not obvious?
No.
If you're dating somebody, what's more important? That they satisfy you or they satisfy your family? Because I can think of a lot of people that would satisfy my family, but they wouldn't satisfy me.
Yeah, but if they dissatisfy, honestly...
If they dissatisfy your family, that's obviously a problem.
Yeah, but the kind of relationship I want to have with my wife and my family, it has to be seamless, bro. So the way I see it is, the way, if my mom and my sister and my aunties, every time my wife comes into the house, they go quiet.
But over time they can get to know Molly, you feel me?
They could try to get to know Molly, but I know my family.
You know your family? You think there's no way? Bro, you don't think your family would eventually... It might take a couple of years, it might take a decade.
Yeah.
But eventually, bro, they're going to have to sit down, have a tea with Molly, get to know Molly, be like, oh...
The question is...
You also like the certain thing that I like.
Yeah, but the question is, can I deal with those 10 years? Yeah. Can I go through those 10? I don't think I could.
Yeah.
I personally don't. 10 Christmases, bro. It's a long fucking time.
Yeah, but anyways. Yeah. It's a numbers game. Over time, you knows what you like, what you knows you don't like. So I definitely have a certain type per se, I've realized. I don't have a physical type, but this is the thing though. It's not like a physical aesthetic type. Like I don't prioritize brown eyes over blue eyes or whatever. But it just turns out a lot of people I go for end up being from places where you have brown eyes, you know what I'm saying? So I've now associated that a certain aesthetic with having certain personalities, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's probably, in that sense, I don't think it's problematic to have a type. But I do think it's problematic when you fetishize certain physical features.
Everybody says fetishizing is a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think there's an element of good to it.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, when I see a gal with a big back, I'm fetishizing.
That's not fetishizing. That's not objectively. That's an evolutionary adaptation to prioritize large hips so you can childbear properly, right?
Okay. Let me get a better example. Yeah. Yeah. When I see a certain type of gal, with, let me see.
What even is a fetish? What's a bad fetish?
What's a bad fetish?
Is it bad to fetishize me for being a chocolate gorgeous man?
I think, okay,
Maybe that's not bad. Maybe it's not
is-
so bad. Maybe that you actually acknowledging that chocolate has a value isn't such a bad thing. Maybe I'm just projecting my insecurities. Why am I seen as a black man? I shouldn't be seen as a black man. I should be seen as a man. Right? So maybe fetish is not even that bad a thing.
I think maybe I hear you. I think maybe the problem with fetishization is if your physical traits take precedent over the content of your character,
there you go.
then what ends up happening is you end up doing yourself and them a disservice.
Yeah.
Is fetishization of traits a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think people overvalue the importance that certain traits that really don't really have much of an importance have in a relationship. There's certain traits I'm willing to overlook.
Yeah.
I want to go with big titties. Honestly, I like titties. I really like boobs.
Yeah.
But if she's a lovely A1 smart girl, lovely, makes me laugh, makes me happy, and when I'm around her, I feel like myself, I don't care if she's a B-cup.
Yeah.
What's your type?
Physically, I guess North Africans.
What's your type?
Okay, there you go. Inquisitive. That's the main word, man.
Inquisitive.
That's the main. If I had to choose one trait, inquisitive.
I need somebody. I don't care if you are as erratic as me. Honestly, I don't even know if I'd want a girl who's as erratic as me.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like I would be irritated a lot of the time. I think I find myself irritating sometimes.
Yeah.
So I would honestly, I'd much prefer somebody who's just like, I'm cool, I'm calm and collected. You can be as whatever as you want.
Yeah.
I prefer you that way, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm just not that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's.
I need a female version of you.
I need a female version of you.
Hey, I can get sex change right now, bro.
Shit. Anyways, bro, shout out for Forecast, man.
Yeah. How you shouting ourselves out, bro? We're here.
Because we're cool in the future. When we're grown and we see this video back, we're gonna be like, raw, that's crazy.
Yeah.